Welcome back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast. It is Wednesday, August 13th, and we have a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We have Max, BMW Championship, UFC 319 at the UC, aka United Center, aka Chicago, Illinois. We've got the start of EPL season. We've got SEC preview and the NFC South preview as we wrap up our NFC tour, slowly making our way to the AFC for next week. But Max, we've got so much to talk about. A lot of good stuff this past weekend. I know you had some good UFC. You got your fix from Richmond. How's the weekend, man? Always happy to have you back.
Yeah, man. It was great. We went down to the lake. Unfortunately, you and Taylor couldn't make it, but Emma made it down for Dad's birthday. So great lake weekend. Perfect weather. It was fucking awesome. And then yeah, Sunday, my buddy Campbell Dunn, as I mentioned last week, is coming here, APFC.
Yep.
And I met Dustin Poirier, so that was really fucking awesome. I can't not mention that. Uh, he's my favorite fighter, so love that. And then I also ran into Anthony Pettis, who is the fight promoter. I ran into him outside the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
That was sick. And Campbell didn't come out with the win, but he looked really good. This guy that he fought was just definitely. I mean, I talked to him after I got and all that shit. But he just said he was stronger and faster. Definitely a little more experienced. I think he had one or two pro fights prior. Um, but he was in good spirits. So props to him. His pro debut. So a lot to learn and just keep pushing. He's ready to keep rolling once he's all healed up. So good stuff. Saw amazing fights too. Someone jumped the gilly in front of Dustin Poirier, so that was fucking amazing. Like so, love that shit. It's just great atmosphere, and didn't see any fights in the crowd, so that's good. Everyone, you get to events like that, especially with some people, big heads, and there are a lot of fighters in that fucking place. So, um, you get alcohol flowing and shit. People bump into each other, but nothing. It was all cordial. So good stuff there. Dad had a blast and ran into so many people. So it was good. Good time.
Oh,
Great weekend. Ready to come into another fantastic weekend. And also, I'm not. We don't really have to do much, but uh, the NASCAR is in Richmond this weekend.
geez, man. I have another thing to it. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna look at the odds. Just throw it on Denny Hamlin, the Richmond
Yeah.
guy.
Exactly.
Yep. So that's our first play of the day. Denny Hamlin at RIR.
Plus 400.
Is that what it is?
That'd be my guess. I said probably, but that would be my guess.
I wouldn't be surprised. We can do a quick little scan there. So looking forward to that. I mean, definitely a big weekend in Richmond. We've got the BMW Championship weekend. We'll get into UFC 319 because that's a huge card this weekend, headlined by Chimaev and Dricus du Plessis. So huge fight. Great undercard, great prelim, the whole shebang. So Chicago will be showing out. Let's get yep, and you were right on the money. Plus 400 for Denny Hamlin. So we love that at Richmond. The cookout 400, very
Yep.
Richmond. So we love Cookout, we love Denny Hamlin, and we love NASCAR. So yep, that's probably our first NASCAR play of this entire podcast of all time. So
No,
yeah,
I've had. I remember last year I was kind of going in on it for like
that's what yeah.
weeks.
It's been well then I guess first one this year, just because we
Yeah.
got me. So happy to bring that back. Transitioning over to some other stuff, we've got the BMW Championship, second round and second to last round of the FedEx Cup for golf. This is going to be at Caves Valley Golf Course in Owens Mill. Did not realize it was in Maryland this week, but it is going to be top 50 golfers. Max, very hard to find some good bets as we get down to this. Same thing when we do playoffs and everything when it gets to college football, NFL. We still got to hit our over unders, all that stuff. It gets a lot harder because obviously there's less options to choose from.
Yep.
So we'll try and give a couple, doesn't have to be three. Uh, Max, from what I read just on a quick little course preview, it's a bomber's paradise. So your Rory, your Cam Young, your Chris Goddard, guys that smack the fuck out of the ball, are going to be huge. Obviously, Scotty's still a big gun in the race. He's at plus 230. Rory, I think, is at 700 last I checked. Um, Comparable courses, couple that honestly I'm not too familiar with. It's, a couple Dallas ones with Trinity Forest and Memorial Park. And then you've got Liberty National in New Jersey. And then kind of like if you're looking at Data Golf and their course fit tool, you've got like Pinehurst, Wingfoot, and Oak Hill following those three. But more or less, it's really a bomber's paradise. So we're expecting a lot of that stuff in Maryland this weekend. Something to keep in mind. Obviously, approaching the green, scrambling, and putting is always going to be something. But this actually is compared to last week, we had more of a driving accuracy action where it's a little bit narrower fairways, narrower approach to the green, a little bit wider this weekend. So not too much to think about there, but it is Bomber's Paradise. So with that, Max, let's just get in the picks because we've got a ton of football, ton of UFC, and some other stuff to talk about. And to be honest with you, I think you got Scotty and Rory back, and you got the winner without market. But I was only able to find a couple that I really, really liked. So start me off. What do you like, Max, going into this weekend?
Huh. Yeah, I mean, you know me. I was able to scrape up three, but I don't go too crazy into any props or anything. I just kind of keep it simple. I've got 220s and a 10.
Okay, you
Give
like
me
that?
my first 20, and this is my least, like my worst odds, is Russell Henley at top 20, minus 140. So it is right at our barrier or threshold. Uh, so a little rough. You could probably parlay it with something, get it up a little bit, like another like maybe even like a Scotty.
Okay.
I couldn't see, yeah, like I couldn't see 30. Like they didn't have 20s or 30s on bet.
No, no. They had the 20s, including
Oh, they had
ties.
20s. Sorry, they didn't have 30s or 40s.
Yeah, no, no. Just with the amount of
I guess
people.
40 would make sense, yeah. But
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you do like a top 10 with Scotty at minus 550 with that Russell Henley T20, you get it a little closer to even money. So,
what is it?
so I've got, well, did you do including ties with Russell Henley?
No,
No, no, with
that's 140.
let me see. I had his T20 ties, but without ties, it is plus 102. So yeah,
Okay.
Scotty T10 with ties gets you, and Henley no ties gets you to plus 102. So
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
that. I like that. I actually don't have any T20s, but I've got one, and it's gonna be kind of a theme that I'm running here, but continental European, the top one, got to go to a nationality. I got a couple here, but I think this one definitely feel good about. Uh, Guy who hasn't been playing too great, but he's been this is a very good course for him. Just going nice and easy. Ludwig minus 105 on continental European. It's really competing in his primary threat, and it's going to be a tough one because Victor Hovland is also a very good golfer on these kind of courses. So something to keep in mind, but it's Ludwig, Hovland, and Dietrich. So Ludwig just has to be, it's almost like a three ball for the tournament. And so I like Ludwig's minus 105. I think a T10 is definitely attainable. And I just don't know if, Hovland's just been pretty streaky. So if the driver's there and he's playing well, great. But I feel pretty content and safe with my Ludwig minus 105.
No, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I'm honestly going to probably look at him they've got a winner without Scotty and Rory market, and Ludwig's plus 1600 there. I don't hate that either for him. Um, I could see it being Rory and Scotty being top two, and we get a battle, but sneaking that backdoor T3, you never know.
Yeah.
But we're just looking at the minus 105. Trying to get some good wins, slowly build up the bankroll before football season starts. So not going crazy with the sprinkles. We're just going to try and allocate more to winnable bets, and let's get ourselves some bankroll for football. That's the main part of the year, anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we're
Yeah.
not putting on baseball anymore.
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm unless it's a no sweat, I'm not putting it on. And then I just use it once I miss. I just use it on golf, and then it's fine. You get a little second chance with some golf. So it's not a bad route, but couldn't hit fuck all. I've had multiple nights. I'm sorry to sidebar. I Schwarber, Shohei, and Yelich all hit home runs last night. Max, I went back. I have three separate parlays on 3 different days that had Schwarber, Otani, and Yelich as like my three. Like I did a 3-man no sweat home run bet. I've done those three parlayed 3 times so far this season. Not one of them has fully hit. And of course, fucking last night, I'm going through the scores and I'm just like, all right, I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm done with baseball. I'm done. I'm done.
Yep.
But yeah, I should have been done after they pulled Blake Snell in the 6th inning in the World Series against the Dodgers after I doubled down on my first 5 bet. But hey, we're not bringing
I
up
think
past.
everyone doubled down.
Yeah, we're not doing past betting trauma or bad beats. So we're not going to do that. We're going to be positive. Max, give me your number 2 pick on the golf.
Numero dos is going to be good old Harry Hall, top 20, plus 115.
Yep, I love that.
Yep, can't not. He's been playing good.
Is Hall becoming part of your little squad over there with JJ Spawn?
Maybe he could be taking over for maybe the postman. I don't know. We'll see.
He might. He might. We'll see how this week goes, and maybe Max's squad rankings will change. But I know JJ Spawn's at 1. JJ Spawn is comfortably at 1, I think. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see later. Um, cool. I like it. I like it. All right, number 2 for me. Was kind of torn on this. I've got some sprinkles, but like I said, we're trying to win people some money here. One I really like, and it's just a round one play. Guy who's been playing good golf, Harris English, minus 130 over Andrew Novak, round one. I like where Harris is looking. I like him in another bet I will bring as an honorable mention just to kind of throw some sprinkles out there, but I like English. He usually is able to come out pretty strong. I think this course plays to his strengths. I think he's trying to make sure that he's in for the next round, and I think Novak's a little bit more on the outskirts. Yeah, they both got to play great, but I think Harris English is really dialed right now, and I think he's trying to get into that last event. It is the last, I think, 30 for the next final event at East Lake. So I think he's right on that cusp. I don't have it up on front of me. But yeah, give me Harris English over Andrew Novak round one, minus 130.
That is money.
Yep. Yep.
Never
All right.
say. I
Give
was,
me number 3.
no, I like that a lot. And if people were watching, well, you kind of not gave it away, but if people were watching on YouTube, you saw my gesture after he mentioned my guy. And it's not Aaron Rye. That's Sam's guy. Is Aaron Rye. My guy is JJ Spawn, top 10, plus 210. Absolutely love it. He looked crisp last weekend. He's just going to keep it going, and I absolutely love it.
Yep. I totally agree. I had a feeling you were going to play him. I just didn't know how you were going to make it out, but Spawn looking really good.
Yeah.
And honestly, just I mean, he had a couple putts that rimmed out that he could have beat Rose earlier in the
Yeah.
4 hole playoff. Couple on 17 and 18 going into the playoff. Looked like he had a chance to just be the outright winner before Rose kind of came back strong. So I definitely like that play, and he's looking really sharp. So he's
Yeah.
also so based on the guys that we've talked about already, I mean, Henley looks like he's pretty poised to be a Ryder Cup guy.
Yep.
Spawn, he should be no problem with the Ryder Cup guy. Hall, kind of playing his way into that. I
Mhm.
like that. I've got Harris English, who I think is pretty close. He's kind of on that cusp. So he's trying to play in, and then Ludwig, which I don't know the European standings, but I have no
Yeah.
doubt that he's at least a captain's pick. If he's not in that top six, there's no way he's not. Um,
Right.
so yep. So I like that. And what I will round us out with, Max, as my third and final pick, I'm gonna give you finally a plus money guy here.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's 50 guys in this, right? Talk about a bomber's paradise. Who comes to mind? Rory fucking McIlroy. Not saying he's going to win the thing. Not saying he's even going to be the top Great Britain Ireland guy. But what I will say is I think he's going to start strong. He was off last week. Took last week off. Took a lot of scrutiny. I think he's going to come in really hot on Thursday. And I'm not trying to get crazy with it. I will let you know that I'm going to be personally sprinkling Rory leading, after round one, top five after the end of round one. But what I can give you guys, that's a realistic, fun 1 day bet. And Max, as you can see, this is going to be my second, just first day bet. It's going to be Rory, round one, T10 plus 135. I think he's going
Ooh.
to come out strong. It doesn't include ties on that, which is kind of fucked. But I'll take my plus 135. I think he could lead the entire group by the end of Thursday. If not, I think he's going to be damn close. I just hope there's not 9 guys tied at one and Rory's at two. Um, that could be some fuck shit. Not going to worry about it. I think he's going to play well after a week off and rest and recoup. So give you a little plus guy with Rory plus 135.
I like that a lot. It's very
Yeah.
sneaky.
Any honorable mentions or maybe guys if you don't necessarily have a pick, is there any guys you're kind of eyeing, maybe like a live bet depending on how Thursday, Friday goes? And I don't
Um,
think there's a cut, by the way. I don't think there's cuts at this point. So,
right. No, I don't think I have anything else, honestly.
okay. All right. Well, I got two for you. I've got two groups. Or actually no, a group and another nationality. I'll go with the nationality first. I'm gonna fade Tommy Fleetwood. I'm gonna fade Justin Rose. I'm gonna fade Harry Hall. Not that I don't think Harry Hall's capable of winning. This guy's come out strong a couple weeks. He's had a very good back half of the PGA Tour. Give me Matt Fitzpatrick plus 280 for the top Englishman. Not Great Britain and Ireland. Englishman. So essentially, what he's working with is he's at plus 280, Tommy's at plus 150, Rose at 300, and Hall at 360. It's pretty tight. Don't think Rose is going to be able to do what he did last week. I don't think Fleetwood's going to be able to do what he did last week. He might choke, but I don't think he's going to get to that point where he could choke. And I like Harry Hall, but Harry Hall is going to be kind of like a steady, like I honestly like him at like a 15 spot. So I love your T20 bet. I think that
Yeah.
should be good. So I think he nestles right in there, but I don't know. I think just in terms of who's capable of kind of having a huge weekend, I think Matt Fitzpatrick is quietly the dark horse there. And then I've got a Group F winner, and this is in DraftKings, so could be different for other sites, but DraftKings is my baby. I don't even know what award level I am now. I'm definitely teetering on having an issue, but that's beside the point. We don't do this because we make all this money. We do it because we win enough that we can keep doing it. Not telling you what that number is, but Group F winner, Harris English. Like I said earlier, I think he's gonna have a big weekend. I like him over Maverick McNeely, Kurt Kitayama, Shane Lowry, who's playing dog shit. And Max, I'm sorry to do this again, but I think Harry Hall is going to play a very good tournament. I just like Harris English a little bit better. I
Yeah.
think he's got more of a top five capability. I think Hall is going to be steady, like 2 to 3 under at if not better each week or each night. I just like Harris English. We saw his 63 on Sunday at, I believe it was the Open Championship. We saw him do the same thing at the US Open where he backdoors himself into a much better spot than where he started. So give me that closing ability. Give me Harris English. That's plus 320. So I like that a lot. Those are more of my juicier ones that I might be doing a little sprinkly dinkly on, but feel like I'm more confident in those top three. So not a lot. I don't have 20 other more like I normally do. So we'll keep it nice and sweet. And looking forward to seeing Scotty just fucking take all our goddamn money and then live bet him on Saturday morning at plus 118. And then goddamn choke everything away on Sunday to fucking Justin fucking Rose. So
I'm gonna bet him just to hedge all my other bets.
yeah, I mean, honestly, you might as well. Because whenever I don't bet him, he wins. Unless I'm betting him Sunday at like 2 p.m. and he's just about to tee off.
So
But
do like a tiny bit for him to win, and then like a good bit on like a Rory top five, and like
yep.
couple guys.
I mean, he could easily just run away with the shit. I feel like after last week being one stroke off of the playoff, I feel like if he went in that playoff, there's no way he doesn't win.
Yeah, he might be on. He might just say "fuck you guys" and win by like 3, 4 strokes this
Yep.
weekend.
So, Max, perfect segue as into my last sprinkly dinkly. Um,
Let's see. Do you have another?
yeah, I have one more. And I can't find it. There we go. Just in case, um, lead after round one and win, and you don't want Scotty at plus 230, you want him at plus 750 to lead after round one and win. And then there's also a wire to wire where he leads every single round, not just the first round. And it's only plus 250 higher, and it's plus 1,000 for Scotty to just go wire to wire. So if you want a Scotty domination, figured we'd have to include that, as most people will just say, fuck Max, fuck Sam. I'm just betting Scotty Scheffler. Um, don't blame you. Don't blame you. But, you know, we want to do something different. So that
Yeah.
that on the golf front. Looking forward to seeing that. Looking forward to seeing the last 30 kind of squeak their way into the final round at East Lake in Atlanta, Georgia. So looking forward to that. Should be a good golf tournament. We've got a ton of other shit to talk about, Max. We're just getting started. That was the first fucking segment, boys. Let's get on to segment two. Second thing, we got a banger of a UFC 319. Max, you've been watching some fights recently in person. You've been watching some fights on pay-per-view. Let me before we dig into UFC 319, just a little news update. Want to get your thoughts on it because I know it's not as polarizing as other things, but Dana White signing a $7.7 billion deal with Paramount with the UFC. Bye bye pay-per-view. Hello Paramount Plus. So everyone get on your Paramount Plus. Thank you, Colby, for keeping me afloat for the last couple years. I don't know if he knows. But yep, appreciate you, boss. And we will have ourselves some good little UFC Paramount Plus fights. But Max, give me your thoughts on the deal. What do you think it means for UFC? And yeah, just moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it was $7.7 billion,
Yep.
which is absolutely insane to think about. But it's also with CBS, so um, there's gonna
Yeah.
be there's gonna be a not every single UFC numbered fight, like UFC 319, UFC 320. Like not every single one is gonna be on Paramount Plus. There's gonna be some that are on CBS. I mean, I think this one coming up would probably be on Paramount Plus, but it'll be on Paramount Plus with no extra charge. So as long as you have that subscription, and I don't even know what it's on, what it's at, price wise, but still, because I like watching Halo. That Halo show is going to come out soon, I think.
Oh,
So
okay.
season two, season one was great. But I cut mine off, but definitely going to get it again, obviously. So I think it's well reasoned, probably $15. But so not every single fight is going to be on Paramount Plus, but I would say the big ones they're definitely going to push it over there, like the one in New Orleans, like Holloway Poirier would have definitely been on Paramount Plus. Just to
Yep.
give you that gauge. So I think it's great. To that point, I think it's going to be a. Oh, sorry, I heard water fucking splashing, and I thought something was leaking, but it's Hester. Um, Jesus. No, I forgot. Oh, so with that being said, Paramount Plus or CBS, I think it's going to bring a lot of like, and I said like I say casuals. And I'm not that much of an expert or anything, but I think it would bring, like even like I sometimes I'm like, I don't want to fucking pay for this 70 or it's 80, like $80. I'm already paying for ESPN Plus, which is like 15 a month. And now I gotta
Yep.
pay another fucking $80 on top to watch. And you don't know how good it's gonna be. Sometimes you buy, you're like, fuck me, I'm never gonna watch that again. Or you buy it and it's the best fight, it's the best card of all. But I think this is going to bring a lot of people being like, "Hey, I'm not really like wasting money because I have Paramount. I can watch all these other things, and I have Paramount." Um, and CBS just in general. So I think it's great for the sport. I think their views are definitely going to end up going up in the long run.
Yeah.
That's my point.
No, I mean, I feel like that is like the like sicko, UFC. It's like, you know,
Like buying
it's
every fight that like every pay-per-view is like sucks.
Mhm.
Not fun.
And
Uh,
knowing that, like,
there's probably say we'll just say one a month. So one times or 12 times 80. And there might be, it could be 10 in a year or there could be 14 in a year, but like ballpark 12 times 80, it's a decent amount of money.
oh, it really is. It really is. No, I like that. It's fair. I think I'm excited to see kind of what they do. Hopefully it means they put some of those fights. I mean, dude, it's just tough too to like justify pain if you're not going to stay up. So
Yeah, and you could fall asleep, which
that's
I've
one.
done before.
Yep, same. I mean, yeah, it's nice to rewatch it in the morning after you're done, but
Yeah, you just gotta wake up and then not look at your phone.
yeah, and just well, yeah, and then it kind of ruins it. And then you're like, well, I don't really want to like watch it. So
Yeah.
always becomes a little bit of an issue. So yeah, I feel you there, man. Well, let's just get into the card. That United Center should be good. Headlined by Chimaev and Mr. Duplessis. Plenty of good fights sprinkled in here. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on these. I'm trying to just make sure I got my DraftKings up. All right, boom. All right, Max, walk me through. You know the drill.
All right. Nothing too crazy in the early prelims. The first three fights, well, the first fucking fight is still to be determined, if that means anything to anyone. But, whatever. I'm not touching it until the fourth fight of the night, and that's Brian Battle versus Ruzbiov, out of Uzbekistan. Brian Battle is a guy that I did not get a picture with, and he was not really a celebrity or anything. Like he wasn't like mentioned that he was going to be there, but
Oh, okay.
He was sitting about 5 rows. Well, obviously he was encaged in like the ringside seats, so like there was like a real barrier between, but he was realistically like 4 or 5 rows in front of me. Um, just walking around. I mean, he got pictures with people. I just couldn't catch him at the right time. So sick that he was in Richmond, and sick that he's fighting here in Chicago this weekend.
Yeah.
Um, that being said, he's an absolute dog. He's won 4 of his last 5. The fifth was a no contest. I don't know what happened in that fight, whatever, but he's rolling. I mean, he's 13-2. -170 is like a fantastic uh a fantastic line to just throw into like a 2-leg parlay, you find someone else like I want to say Barbosa at -155, but not really because he's fucking 39 years old. I mean, close is 37, but it's like Barbosa's gone through a lot. I don't know. I
Okay.
can't justify that -155.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, we're trying to, like we said, Max, everything we're doing over the next couple of weeks is to build up this football bankroll because that's where our bread and butter is done.
Credit Bunny.
Uh, yep, I like that a lot. Okay, so Brian Battle -170. We like that. What do we like about not the early prelim, but what do we like about this prelim card? Because as someone who I would say I'm like a mid casual. Like I know names. I gamble a lot, but that doesn't mean I like know a ton about them. I'd say a mid casual, and as a mid casual in this prelim card, I know one person in every fight. So
Oh,
um
I kind of like that. That's a good sign. Yeah, so I'll start off with the very first one of the prelims. Let's
yeah.
go old Chase Gooner Hooper. Um, -330, and I just looked at it. If you want to parlay him with Brian Battle,
Yay.
money lines that gets you +109.
Yes.
That can start you off great, but I also don't hate like a Hooper decision or submission.
Okay. And why is that?
That would probably only get you to like him, just him. So it'd probably be -260, probably 275 would be decision submission. So it really wouldn't like do too much.
Okay.
No, Hooper is a grappler. He's a great jujitsu artist. And he also just has stamina and stuff, so he could play the waiting game, win that ground control time and get decision.
I mean, he's 7 years younger, longer reach, 4 inches taller, same height. Significant strike accuracy is up 15% on him. He's got about a takedown and a half more. He's got about the same accuracy and a 2.22 sub average. I mean, statistically speaking, all things point to that.
Yeah,
But we know how
and he's
that
got
goes.
some solid wins. So
He does look like a baby though.
oh, he is.
Yeah.
He's 25. He's my age. I'm literally 14 days older than
That's crazy.
him.
Hell yeah. Finally, Max, you start watching some athletes that are younger than you. Welcome.
It's bullshit.
Yep. No, I like that a lot. I love that +109. I already had it queued up in the right side of my bet slip. I was just waiting for you to give me the stamp of approval there. So I like that a lot.
I
Uh,
love it. I love it so much. That's the first official, I think.
yeah, and that's an early one, so it's like, you put a good bid on there, it gets you.
Wrong, then fuck it. Yeah.
Well, you
Sorry.
put it on, and then maybe it build like it's almost like you do that, then you don't necessarily have to put more on. Like you don't got to put in your other bets. Like you don't need to put in the main card bets until that clears, just
Right.
because that could end up helping you out build a little bit. Not that you bank on that building
Or
it.
helps gauge how
It's early, not nothing
if
crazy.
both of them lose and you're like, all right, I got to figure this shit out. That's like where you regroup and you don't do anything until the main card. You got to like figure it out, you
Feel
know?
the vibes of the
Yeah.
UC and what's going on there. Yep,
But
I
they're
dig.
both going to win. I wasn't saying that they're not, but everyone's gone through that. We're like, oh yeah, bam, bam. This will start off my night great. And then they like the first one loses, you're like, ah, fuck. Then if he wins, and then that other guy loses, and you're like, oh, fuck me. I
Yep.
was completely wrong.
Hey,
So
and then we just get back and we just fade ourselves the rest of the night, which
exactly
has to work out eventually.
ends up good. So
All right, all right. On to the next one. Talk to me about. I think you like this girl. I don't know if this is the same one. Maybe, but Jessica Andrade. I know you're a fan.
Draj, yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one because
Lupi
yeah,
Godinez.
yeah, last time I mentioned her in on May 10th, well, I probably mentioned her May 3rd or no, like 5th is probably when I actually mentioned her. I had her beating Yasmin Uzdovich from Canada, and she didn't. She got submitted in round one. So, and she is getting a little older. She's 33. She's still a boss. I do really like that plus 125, but I also have n no idea who this Gondinez girl is. She looks like a beast. Oh my God. Um, so she lost to Dern. She beat Tabitha Ritchie, who just won 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't know. So I I didn't have it on my slip, but I do like that you mentioned it. I would probably say go with Gundine's go sorry,
Godinez.
not Andrade. I don't know. Andrade's getting up there. She's kind of starting to look washed.
It could be one where like the public's kind of buying down her odds, you know?
Right.
Like for Andrade, like she might be more of like a plus 150 or something like that. But we'll take Godinez on that. Oppo fade.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do we got next? Uh, good luck pronouncing them. You have fun.
Mary Shot and Oli Sketchuk.
Bad.
I don't know.
Anything there?
Give me the American plus 185 straight money. And
Is
huh.
I was gonna say, is there anything on recent fights that concerns you or
Um no.
yeah,
Fuck 'em.
welcome.
No, it's not like it's serious. I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
I mean, both, it looks like both of them are, looks like they're coming off losses. I'm trying to pull up Oleksichuk. Oleshuk. Yeah, I mean, both of them have been honestly losing a lot. So I'm looking at their over 1.5 or not. Maybe they'll just kind of dance around. I mean, all of them, it looks like Oleg, all of his fight, four of his last five fights have all ended in round one. And then Mearshart, uh, he, four of all five did not get to round or got all five got past round one. So it's kind of a clash of what we expect there. Granted, both of them have been losing in round ones and stuff, so uh, I don't really have any insight to give there. I thought I was going to have something slick, and I don't. I guess over 1.5 in a 3 round fight at minus 110 isn't bad, but no one likes to do over fights. Everyone wants knockouts and shit.
Yeah, that's facts.
All right. You got anything for the next fight?
Not really. King, aka Bobby Green. Um, Probably gonna lose again. Don't take that plus 130, even though it looks intriguing. He's fucking washed. Um, Main card, and he might be able to get decision. If I know you're probably like, well, does he get knocked out? He might get knocked out, but it also might go decision. So just throw Ferreira into like a parlay. Minus 155 is another great one to just spicing up a juicy one, you know.
I mean, even like him and Godinez or something, if we're just kind of moving our way
Yeah,
down the car, just like do a battle hooper at Godinez and Ferreira and kind of keep it moving.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I
Um,
mean, yeah, King Green, yeah. It doesn't look like neither of them are coming off wins. And so yeah, okay. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. And then start off the main card. We got Kai Asakura versus what was it, Tim Elliott? I kind of forgot for a sec. Yeah, Tim Elliott, because I was on that. Kai, he lost. He literally just came in, fought Pantoja. Like he didn't have any other UFC experience. He just came in and went straight to a title match. Got submitted. Didn't I mean he looked all right. Didn't look the best, but actually he looked pretty bad. But like that's crazy. He just got thrown straight to the wolves. I mean he's a good fighter. He was in Risen FF.
Oh, okay.
It's overseas, obviously, but um, I actually like him a lot. So that's another thing too. Do Ferreira and Asakura, or I think he wins by knockout. By the way, like
Okay.
that would be one to just do like a straight, like nothing like serious, but like to like get your odds a little better.
Yep.
Probably still going to be like minus 150 or 40. I don't think they have it up. Like I looked
I
earlier.
don't think so either.
Yeah, no, they don't yet. I think the only one they have is the main card, and I can look at that or tell you about that later.
Yeah, I mean, even just like a Hooper battle, Asakura, like if we're trying to think of a longer parlay, something like,
Right.
yeah. Okay. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
This is where it gets tricky. This one is rough. We had Jared Cannonier versus Michael Venom Page.
Yep.
Page is minus 195 and Cannonier plus 165. I really, I really want to go Cannonier.
Yeah. I was hoping you were gonna,
I think Page, kind of dances around. He's super good at his fakes and all that shit. But Cannonier's not gonna bite for that. He's a guy that will just stand there and wait for you to come to him. Like you actually have to get like he'll just Ben Page will be dancing around, jumping, dancing, and Cannonier's just gonna stand there with his hands up, just be like, "Come on, like get after me." So I think they're gonna get booed in the first round because they're not gonna do anything. Like it's
Yep.
yeah, yeah, I can guarantee that that's gonna be what happens. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Cannonier just like runs at him because he's huge. Like he's so much bigger than him. It's like it's insane. Just like muscle mass and all that shit.
Yeah. Yep. And
Um,
Cannoneer's 41. Is this potentially a last fight for him, or has he got plenty more to go?
I don't know. I think if he wins this, then that gives him the title run shot. If he can beat, if he beats Michael Venom Page, he's gonna get that title run shot for they probably might have to win one more. Probably has to win one more. But then whoever, DDP or because he's in the same class.
That's why I was just looking up who the middleweight champion is.
Oh wait, no, he's not. Um,
Middleweight has like Adesanya, Whitaker. Who's the?
I'm sorry.
Oh, Duplessis. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay, that's what I thought. For a second I thought it was gonna be fuck me. Uh Jack Della Maddalena.
So is Chimaev? Is he coming up?
Huh?
Where's Chimaev at in the
He's
rankings?
been middle.
Has he? Who am I thinking? Oh, Makachev. God damn it. I get him and Makachev mixed up.
And then Goliath. Yeah.
Now, well, I'm definitely thinking of Chimaev, but yeah, I thought Chimaev was the title winner already. I thought he was the one who's the title winner.
No, because he got hurt.
Okay. Was he in like the a
I got
light?
sick or some shit.
Was he in a different weight class at some point? Or was Makachev the weight bully? Oh my God, they you know what? I mix them up. That's gonna be a problem. Okay. All right. I'm back. Sorry. Sam, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Back to Cannoneer page. What's the consensus to bring it back home?
I'm just gonna do Cannoneer
Mm-hmm.
plus
Little,
six plus 165.
little sprinkle guy.
Yeah.
I dig
Also,
it.
what am I pulling up? And for the next fight, I really, really like Carlos Paredes.
Okay.
He's part of the Fighting Nerds, um, who is Silva, Paredes, Ruffy, and I'm forgetting one more. I don't think it's Brian Battle. Low-key makes me feel like it is Brian Battle. Um, but I don't think it is because they're Brazilian. Even though he's Brazilian, he fights out of USA, but all the other ones actually fight out of Brazil. So, but he's part of the Fighting Nerds. They're on the come up. Paredes just like lanky as fuck. Great striker. So I like him a lot. Jeff Neal. I mean, he's only 3 years older, but he is kind of getting washed up. But I think it's gonna be a fantastic fight. I think over for sure.
Also, Max, something to keep in mind.
Over is two and a. Oh, that's over 2.5. I don't know if I like that for a 3 rounder.
Just to make an observation. So people are going to be listening on the 13th, which is Wednesday. Pray this birthday is on the 17th. So I'm midnight, like basically he's cooling down from his fights. He's cooling down from his from his win on his birthday, and then he gets to celebrate his win with a birthday. Because I
Yeah,
believe 16th, right? Is that I think 16th is
yeah, I get
uh
this. Team.
yep. So yeah, fight on the 16th, celebrate on the 17th. I love that. Just a
Oh yeah,
little,
party through the night. In
yep,
Chicago,
exactly.
I'm gonna go to like one of the rooftops.
Yep. Oh yeah. Should be perfect weather in Chicago at this time of year. Go
Oh yeah,
enjoy yourself, young lad. He's not much
okay.
he's not much older than me, but that's beside the point.
You
But
come.
yeah, I love that. I love that. Quick, are we concerned about his last fight with Gary
No,
a few months ago? I didn't watch it, just seeing that he lost to Gary and any concerns
no,
there.
Gary, no, not at all.
Okay. Sweet. Love it.
Actually, went decision though is good. So
And I mean, Jeff Neal doesn't have really any good wins, and the only two people he's fought in the last 2.5 years that are good are Rachmanov and Gary, and he lost them both of those. So I like that. I'm following. Another leg. I like these little 260 to 310 legs. Not that I'm going to parlay all of them, but take one, parlay it with another one down. I like it.
yeah,
All right. We are done with that. What do we got? Two more fights. We've got one more and then the main card, right?
yep. So it's gonna be Murphy versus Pico. Pico is his UFC debut.
Hmm. Fight
Um,
before the main
I
card
know
too.
it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. He's coming from the PFL. He was in Bellator. I don't know. I really don't know much about this guy. He might have been no, because it would have told me he was on the Ultimate Fighter. He might have been from Contender Series, but then that fight would have showed up too. So I have nothing. I don't know about that guy, but I know Lerone Murphy has beaten Josh Emmett and Dan Ig and Barbosa and even Santos. I think I'm kind of leaning Murphy on that plus 155.
Next, I was just gonna say, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Guys, 16-0-1 fighting a 13-4 who may not have the same level of talent. Yes, Pico's younger. He's not as tall. He weighs a little bit more. Reach isn't there. I'm with you, man. Plus 155 has my eyes going.
Yep. I like that a lot. And that's just straight up to see if that wins. Then you're like, all right. Then I go balls deep in this main event.
Yep. I dig that a ton. I dig
Like
that.
that a lot. Just straight up. I mean, I'm not even going to go into winning methods or anything. Just do that plus 155 and
Yeah,
ride or die.
I love it. I love it. And now we get to the main card. Same age, 23-2 versus 14-0. The title holder is plus 200 in Dricus du Plessis. Talk to me, Max. What do you like about this matchup?
This matchup is just like mayhem. Like not like like mayhem, like it's just like this is gonna be the most chaotic fight that you've seen in a little bit. Uh just fucking ankle. Sorry. I mean Duplessis is like they're both just like clumsy is the best I can like they're both just a little clumsy. Um, Hazmat will just start swinging. Duplessis will slip and like accidentally take him down. It's gonna be crazy, but it is gonna be fun. It is overall gonna be a good fight, and I'm really leaning towards Duplessis. He has looked great. He actually like has started to grow on me. I didn't really like him in his earlier days, especially coming into like Strickland.
Yeah.
He just like, and I get it. I mean, it worked. I mean, he trash talked his way into it, and a lot of people do it, and everyone gets hated for it until they're the champ, and then he kind of cools off, and real you should see that he's actually pretty chill guy. Um, so I like that a lot. I mean, he's rolling, dude. He's looked so good. So I have nothing to really go against that. Shamaev, in the other hand, he's crazy. You have that clip of him with Joe Rogan. He grabs the mic from Joe Rogan and he just because yeah, I kill everybody. I kill everybody. It's just like, and it's fucking hilarious. Like I love that mentality. I mean, you've seen it. Gilbert Burns, Kevin Holland, Usman, Whitaker. I mean, he smushed Whitaker's jaw in the back. He hasn't lost in the UFC. So, like, you're looking at it like, Max, why are you saying Duplessis? But, you know, I think people are going to be a little shocked when Duplessis has a he is like a great game planner. He actually like studies film and like practices what he needs to do against his opponents, like and switches it up each time. He's very technical. I think Shemaev might come in a little hot and tire himself out a little bit. He really doesn't get to decision often. Let me pull that back up.
Now he had a split
Dude,
decision with Usman and a unanimous on Burns, but sub on his others.
yeah, that's right. He hadn't gotten to the third round until Gilbert Burns. And he should have lost to Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns won that via decision. It was insane how rigged that was.
And
Uh,
Max, who's been to the fourth and fifth rounds in his last three?
who could that be?
That would be Mr. Duplessis, with a sub, a unanimous, and a split on Whitaker or on Strickland, and then knockouts on Whitaker and Brunson in the mid-second round. The two fights before his three title fights. So
And that, my friend, is what we call championship rounds. And does Shemaev have what it takes to go those championship rounds?
So let me ask you, Max. I know you're on Duplessis. Sounds like it's gonna be favored to a little bit longer of a fight, over 2.5 at -105. Thoughts?
Over 2.5 at -105. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
also kind of like, so I kind of have hiccups. Where's the double chance?
Oh yeah, yeah, they do have
Double
chance.
chance. There it is. Duplessis submission decision plus 380. Shemaev tries taking him down. Duplessis defends it, catches him. Like that's like for fun. Like it just says like a haha
And,
fuck samba.
and I don't know if Chimaev is gonna get like knocked out, knocked out. I don't think either of them are gonna get like knocked out cold
Right.
either. So I like the decision submission just because you never know.
Yeah. What did I have parlayed right here?
Like it could be a Duplessis just like avoiding Chimaev submission. I think I'm going to fucking hammer that over 2.5 because I could see that entire first and
Yeah.
second round being like fucking sub fights where they're just on the ground and you're just like, God fucking damn it, when are they gonna start wailing on each other? And then by like mid third round, they'll start doing that. And
Or even just like testing each other. Like not even like there might be 50 punches thrown in the first 2 rounds,
yeah,
or like strikes.
okay, I like it, and I like that we finally have more than just the money lines here. Is there any other props that you're looking at? Any maybe sprinkles like a KO in a certain round or anything?
Nah, necessarily.
I mean, plus 240 to go to the distance, Max. We like that too, potentially.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
Depending on Shemaev, I think DDP's got the stamina, but like I said, I mean, Shemaev might not, and then just early round 5 just be gassed, and then he gets subbed. And DDP wants to sub him. I know he like that's how like trolly and like petty. He's like, oh yeah, that's what he wants.
Yeah. I mean, even just the fight to, yeah, just the plus 240 and then submission. If you're really like going that way, that's a -105, regardless of who wins.
Yeah,
Okay. I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
Duplessis, yeah, it's the books are very heavy on Chimaev, so I like fading the books on some UFC. There's got to be some plus guys in here, and so
Damn right.
I like it. All right, anything else on this fight?
Nope, that's all I got for UFC 319.
I like it. So let me just work something out real quick. I just want to take a couple guys that you talked about. I'm going to take Brian Battle. I'm going to take Chase Hooper. I'm going to take Ferreira and Asakura. And that gets me plus, that's a four-legger. Battle, Hooper, Ferreira, Asakura gives me plus 355.
Mm.
Throw in Paredes if you want to fuck around, plus 537. Don't plan on parlaying Murphy or Cannonier or Duplessis. Not really gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna touch that Godinez. Because then it's like if we play Godinez and then Andrade wins, then we're just like fuck, you know.
Right.
So okay, got a couple parlays. We got a couple good stuff here. We've already got Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane on October 25th. We got Marab and Sanhagen, Ankalev and Pereira on the October 5th. Um, Other than that, we got ourselves a good weekend, Max. I'm excited to see UC bumped in. I'm sure we'll see some pardon my take guys. We'll see some big wigs in Chicago, some of the goats. I don't know if the Cubbies are home or not. Wouldn't be surprised to see some Cubbies. I'm sure we'll see Patty Kane and some other Blackhawks formers, but it'll be cool just to see it in Chicago. Do you know when the last time it was in Chicago?
Not
Uh,
too long ago. I think when Bilal was fighting.
oh, you're right. I think that was at the United Center.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call. Um, okay. Yeah, let me just see. UFC 315. Let's see what you know here,
Yeah,
kid.
like when he was fighting for the belt.
Oh, I see.
So I don't know what you see that would have
Yeah,
been.
it's not letting me do
Like
that.
305 or some shit.
Yeah, yeah, it's too far back, but I like it. Yeah, it gave me the Madalena one, which is dope because now he's the winner. He's the champion.
Yeah.
So we like that. We like that. I remember that. You called that one. So
Yep.
I dig it. All right. Okay. Holy shit. We have done golf and UFC. What are we
That's
on now? What are we fucking on to now? No, we're on to Max. We're on to football, and then we're gonna get into football after that. But let's get into some SEC best conference in football, maybe some are saying. I don't know. But we've got a lot to talk about here. I think I don't even know where to start, but I guess the start is more recent news and a good little segue for us. Texas being named the number one AP champion, or not AP champion, the number one AP poll team for this upcoming season on the preseason AP poll. Got Texas leading the front. We talked about Penn State and Ohio State last weekend. So now we are getting to the number one, among others. SEC is obviously one of the tougher conferences in college football. Max, let's just start with Texas and then we can make our way around without getting into picks just yet. But do you buy the Sark hype? Do you buy the Archie Manning hype? Do you buy the Texas hype this year?
Dude, I don't know. Like I guess kind of maybe. I do. I think but I don't know. Like I have a feeling that like maybe Arch isn't all that. Like you like not like insanity, but you have that backup that comes in. He's like, oh yeah, he's fucking nasty. And then once he actually starts 6 straight games, you're like, oh, maybe not so much. And I
Hmm.
like Arch. I mean, I hate Texas, but I like Arch. But I don't know. I'm very intrigued, and they lost a good amount of people. Um, but obviously Texas is rolling. I mean, Steve does a great job recruiting and all that shit, so they just filter through. But I don't know. The SEC is kind of fucking weird to me this year.
Yeah, it is. And like, when we think of Texas offense, and they had some good running backs last year, but honestly, what comes to mind just watching in the playoff was every time there was a 3rd and 7 or longer, Matthew Golden is just bailing out Quinn Ewers or Arch. He's no longer there. Most of that offensive line is back. I think in
Right.
terms of like returning production, they are one of the higher teams, but at the same time, I'm kind of with you there. I don't know. I think what's good, and I think it helps show this for the college football parity that is college football, is that there isn't like going to be a true number one team. Like I think Ohio State was definitely one of the better teams, but at the same time, it was one of those things where it was like they could be beaten, and everyone. I mean, they what were they, a 5 seed? I think going into the tournament, or no, they were like an 8 seed because they right or what they played the they ended up. I can't remember exactly what their seeding was last
They
year.
lost to Michigan. They were lower than Penn State, who played us.
I think they were like a 6 or a 7 or something because they played Tennessee, and then I think they played. I can't remember off the top of my head. Um, but I think honestly, I don't know. Like I think it's just tough to repeat. I think there's no clear tier like number one team. Um, Penn State.
Yeah. Oh, Tennessee, 8-9 Tennessee.
It was 8-9. Okay, I was gonna say 7-8, but yeah, 8-9. Yeah,
And
they
then
got it.
Oregon, dog walked Oregon, dog walked.
That's what it was. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I don't know how I'm forgetting that. Yes.
Oh, I forgot. Well, it's because now there's fucking 12 teams, so it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I mean, you have a team like Ohio State.
Texas was 5 though.
Yep. And that's the thing is like you sit there and you're like, when the tournament started, everyone was like, Ohio State could make a run. Texas could be that team again. They could be like they could be the Ohio State where everyone's like they have all the talent, they have everything there, and maybe they slip up a game or two, especially this week one. We'll get into that, but number one
It
being
is
dog.
Ohio State,
Yep. Yeah.
right?
So
All right.
yeah. Yep. Yeah. They play at Ohio State and they're dogs, and they're the number one team in the country,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy because obviously those odds came out before the preseason rankings, but kind of insane to think
So
of.
it's at the U.
It's so hard because now
Or the horseshoe, not the U. You know what I meant.
I'm like almost talking myself into Texas at that like +3.5 hook. And now I just don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm gonna make a decision that day. I don't know, man. I just don't
Yeah, but
buy.
what's the over?
I want to say it's like 49.5.
Oh my God, I'm hammering that.
Yeah, let me see.
Maybe 45, 49.
Where is it?
They're gonna fucking absolutely.
47.5. 47.5.
Okay, well,
So even
either way,
lower.
I said it's gonna be like 96 is what my combined was. So they're gonna that's gonna be so high scoring. I'm gonna hit that like now.
Yeah, exactly. I
All
mean,
right. And I
seven.
bet it ends at like 54.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna. I could even see like a 24-24, like overtime, and then
No,
we
I
go.
meant like the line. I bet the line goes up that much. It's gonna
Mm.
be.
Yeah, and now it's Texas +2.5. So it's slowly starting to
Yep.
kind of make its way down, but is what it is. That's going to be a huge indicator on some win totals for both sides. Um, I think whoever wins has no problem clearing 9.5, even 10.5, depending on what you're looking at with those two teams. Um, Texas looks good. I mean, Georgia returns a lot of guys. Gunnar Stockton comes back after Carson Beck transfers. Personally, I think him being there for the spring and the summer, I think QB production wise, I think they're going to be better off than Carson Beck. They'll definitely lost some guys, but I don't see any reason why Georgia can't come back. Like I feel like they lost so many guys last year, where now they've returned guys. I think last year they just lost too many guys. You had that whole defense, Mike Elwood, like just so many guys. And this is kind of a good time for Kirby Smart to be underrated. Bama's going in underrated a little bit. They still have Ryan Williams. Ty Simpson just got named the starting quarterback, so that's going to be kind of their big thing there. And then you got like LSU with Nussmeier and BK looking good. They're returning a lot of guys. Ole Miss looking good. So lot I would say yes, Texas is the leader in the clubhouse, but there's a lot of different things that could be happening in the college football world once we get there later. So, um, Max, I don't know if you had a chance to look at like the division winners, even like a make the title game prop. But who do you like if you got to pick someone for the SEC winner and odds and all that good stuff?
Um, Realistically, probably Texas. No, no, I'm gonna go Georgia. And I hate to do it. I mean, we beat them, so I can say it. It's whatever. But no, I think Georgia actually might get their shit together. Stop, like you said. I mean, Gunner, he looked good coming into that game in the Sugar Bowl,
Yep.
but I don't know, dude. Kirby. It's Kirby. He recycles everyone. They just keep rolling. They keep coming in. So I think Georgia's going to be a sneaky team at +330 to win to win the game, like the championship game.
Yep.
So if you want to get them just as a finalist, is +155, which is still very nice.
Yep, I was gonna say I really really like them as a championship. I like them more than I like Haunted House, but I like Club Aqua more. Um, I like Texas. I think I love Georgia making the championship game at plus 155 more than I
Yeah.
like the others. I think Georgia hosts Bama this year. I'm trying to pull up their schedule actually. Um, it's not, it's taking a little bit of time. Um, but I like Georgia. They just got to transfer in Zachariah Branch, from Southern Cal. His brother Zion Branch, who's a safety from Southern Cal. They've got a couple transfers on the offense, which I think is going to be helpful. They've got, Miami A&M transfers. Not like too many transfers, but enough talent on the offense where you're like, okay, like we got some dogs in the house. So I like the way that they've honestly been looking. I like, yeah. If I'm not picking Texas, I do agree with you on Georgia. One sneaky team I kind of like is A&M. Marcel Reed at QB. They look good. They do play Notre Dame week 2 or 3. So don't know how they fared there. Probably not good, but I do like them in the SEC mix as well. If I'm picking kind of some later guys, some sleepers, some dark horses, their championship game attend the championship game is plus 550, 1,500 for winning the whole thing. I don't think I'm going to be playing anything other than Georgia and Texas on the SEC to be honest, but if I'm sprinkling anything, I do like A&M a little bit. I like
Ooh.
their defensive line and stuff, but I think it's a Texas, Georgia, Bama kind of 3-man race, to be honest with you.
And you mentioned looking at Georgia's schedule. So their only ranked away game is Tennessee. They play Bama at home. They play Ole Miss at home. They play Florida at home, and they play Texas at home.
Yep.
So that's huge.
Yeah, and that Florida game's always the neutral site, anyways.
Georgia,
That
Florida.
yeah, that's always in like Jacksonville. That's like the
Oh,
world.
really?
Yeah, I think it lists them as home though. Um,
Everbank.
yeah, they could be listed as home, but it's always in Jacksonville. It's like that, what is it, the largest outdoor cocktail party or whatever.
Okay, you're right. Yep. Everbank and
But
Jacksonville.
but either way, Florida at a neutral site's also better than Florida at the swamp. So, um,
True. It definitely will be. Oh my Lord. If you want nosebleeds, say, do like corner at section 414, row E. So you're back, well, not too far back. 212. Row H is 227, which is weird because you're further back. That's
okay.
more expensive. Sorry. I just clicked on something and then
We going to the largest cocktail party?
no.
No.
Well, maybe in Green Bay. It's pretty much the same.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't call it cocktails though.
Beer tails.
I was gonna say just the largest light beer.
Yeah,
Fuck
biggest kegerator.
yeah, the biggest keg party in all of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that. Okay. All right. So it seems like we're pretty much in agreement on Georgia, Texas. We like we like the Georgia plus 155 attendee to attend the national champ or the conference championship.
Yeah.
I named A&M as a dark horse. Any dark horses you like, or are we just sticking with the three headed monster?
Um, I'll tell you right now, A&M's over 8.5 wins is plus 150.
I like that a lot, obviously.
So
They
just
do
to get
they have a pretty tough schedule though, but it's
they do,
mostly just Notre Dame and then their normal SEC schedule. Like they've got Auburn, Florida. Um, I mean, honestly, they've got Texas on the. I mean, they're not playing Georgia. They're not playing Alabama. They play Notre Dame, and then it's Florida, LSU, and South Carolina and Texas. So Yeah, I like A&M. What was that you had it at?
They are over 8.5 wins is plus 150.
Ooh, I love that.
Undrafted.
That's Mike Elko. Shout out the Irish. So
Yeah.
I
So he
like.
gets one loss from us, and then he'll get another one from someone else. But
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, Texas they'll probably lose last game of the season, but still they still have one more under their belt, and I think between South Carolina and Florida, I think they can, and also they can lose one of those and still beat everyone else. So it's Texas, Notre Dame, and then Florida / South Carolina. They got to beat the other one and just keep everything else status quo.
yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Any
I got
other one?
I
Yeah.
got one more sneaky dark horse. You said dark horse, so I'll go dark horse, and then I'll
Yep.
just tell you a few other wins. I'll make it
Yep.
quick. Vanderbilt over 5.5 wins
Yes.
is plus 135.
Yep. Had that too.
Pavia, give me the easy six wins. I mean, what you start off with three um non-power fours or power whatever they're called now, right? I mean, I haven't looked at the schedule, but they're
Yeah.
sneaky. We saw what they did last year. I really don't think they lost really anyone. Probably lost a few guys, but realistically, I mean, you got Pavia, you're good.
Yeah. I mean, you look at their schedule, they've got Tech week 2, South Carolina week 3, Georgia State, Utah State. So let's go. Let's just run it. Let's just run it back real quick. Charleston Southern, week 1.
Uh,
Probably
don't
can.
put them up. Don't put up South Carolina and Tech yet.
Okay. Well, South Carolina and Tech, so we won't.
Yeah.
Georgia State, Utah
Uh,
State, Alabama, LSU. I think they beat Missouri. They go Texas, Auburn, Kentucky, and then Tennessee. So I think
and there's an upset in there. And then we didn't name Tech, South Carolina, Auburn,
Tennessee,
and Bama,
yep, and LSU.
and LSU. There's an upset in there,
Yep,
easily.
agreed. Agreed. Like I think they could beat Auburn.
It
I
probably will beat Tech. Sorry, Sean, you're not here to protect yourself, but fuck you. They'll probably beat Tech, but I didn't want to put it in just so we can get a realistic, like a
yeah,
more.
yeah. I mean, I think between Tech, South Carolina, Auburn, and Tennessee, just those guys, excluding
Yeah.
Bama and LSU and Texas, I still think they can win one of those, if not more.
Yeah, so I
Uh,
like it.
yep. I think 7. I think 7 is about where I would peg them.
Yeah. Yep. And then just real quick, Tennessee and Georgia, 9.5, over 9.5 wins are both minus 180, which is kind of crazy. Can't really do much
I
else
mean,
with that.
Texas or Tennessee?
Texas, Georgia.
Yep, yep, yep.
And then Bama, 9.5 is minus 110, though.
Yeah, let me pull up Bama's schedule real quick. So they got Florida State week 1, win. Louisiana Monroe,
Dub,
Wisconsin,
dub,
Georgia. I'm not going to count.
dub,
Vanderbilt,
dub.
probably, but I'll even leave them
No,
out.
we'll leave it out.
Missouri,
Dub.
Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina. I'll leave it out just for this.
Um,
We'll come back to it. LSU, probably. Oklahoma, probably. Eastern
mhm.
Illinois, probably. Bama and Auburn, probably.
Uh, yeah.
So
I
that's
think
9, and that's excluding.
I added 10 for South Carolina.
Yeah, I think 10 South Carolina puts them there. And then did we
We took
count?
out Vandy, which realistically, I mean, if Vandy does it back-to-back years, that's crazy, but they probably won't.
I mean, basically they lose 2 games, and
This is at Bama. The Bama is at Bama. Last year it was at Vandy.
yep, yep. Tennessee's also at Bama this time
Yeah, so yeah.
instead of at Tennessee. So 2 games you
South
flip
Carolina is
at South Carolina, but Bama, they almost beat Bama at Bama. So that one I'd be more concerned. LSU at Bama, Yeah, I mean, I think they win 10 for sure. So I like that. So I also had that one
That's
written down.
better. That's all I got for college football.
Okay. I'm gonna add one more in there, because that covers pretty much everything I wrote down. Um, and this is just a team I'm fading. I think they're kind of on their way out. I think they won 3 games last year. We have not really talked about them much. Um, Mark Stoops, great coach. Just doing the math. I don't know. I Kentucky has one of the harder schedules in the SEC. So I'll run it back. But their over under is I have under 4.5 wins for Kentucky. Okay. So Ole Miss, or we'll start with week 1. Toledo. Not convinced they're going to beat Toledo.
I'm
Uh,
not convinced at all.
I'll get, for the sake of the exercise, let's do it. We'll give them Toledo. Ole Miss, not going to beat Ole Miss. Eastern Michigan, I'll give it to them. Still don't. I think they're still going to drop one of those. South Carolina, don't think they're going to beat. Georgia, not going to beat. Texas, not going to beat. Tennessee, based on what we've said about Tennessee, I feel like this would be a game where Tennessee just fucking shits on Kentucky as just a
Yeah.
frustrating game. So I don't see that either. Auburn, Auburn's in the same boat as Tennessee, where they're just going to beat up on the people they can, and they're probably going to get shit pumped by the big dogs. So I got them. No, I still got them at 2. I just got
Oh,
Toledo,
what?
just Toledo and Eastern Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have them beating Tennessee or Auburn. Auburn got the kid from Oklahoma that I kind of like. Um, so still Kentucky 2. Then they got Florida. So we got still 2. Tennessee Tech, sure. Vanderbilt, same thing as Auburn and Tennessee. Vandy needs that win. We already did the Vandy exercise. And then Louisville, who's got a new QB. I've got 3 next. I've got,
And even if they beat Vandy or Louisville, they're not beating both. So that's you got 4.
and I'm gonna look at this Toledo Kentucky line.
Toledo might make the playoffs at 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pull their odds real quick because I like Toledo as well, covering some points there. Um, let's see if I can pull it real quick. Yep, Toledo plus 8.5 at Kentucky.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't hate that one bit. So that might be one of my bigger plays. It's also a 12:45 game on week 1. So you know, it's just gonna be
Toledo plus 1,800 to make the playoffs.
okay. Okay. I don't hate it. They got a solid little squad. Obviously, we got some Toledo bias in us, but yeah, I'm not convinced Kentucky can win 4 games off of that exercise. So give me Kentucky under 4.5 at -110. Other than that, Max, that's all I've got for SEC. Last thing I was gonna bring up was just like a any guys from oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, why not, Max?
That was backwards.
Yep, Toledo plus 1,800, 15 to win 285. I like it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, last question I was going to just propose. It's not one that we can really bet on right this moment, but is there anyone in the SEC that you like for Heisman odds?
I mean, we talked about Jeremiah Smith and it not being a quarterback year. I mean, does Ryan Williams? I mean, I know he kind of had a shorter year. Like it wasn't as popping as his freshman year. But I mean, does he just kind of come out and show out too? Or do we have a wide receiver race for Heisman? Um, I don't
Also,
know what else I can think of.
I had fucking in our Fantrax league, I had Jeremiah Smith and fucking Ryan Williams and Ted McMillan. How the fuck did I lose? Oh, because
Team
it's a
high too. I had Shadur, Travis.
I had that super flex issue. My QBs were trash.
These are solid.
I'm trying to pull some Heisman odds. I mean, Arch is obviously leading. That's where everyone's got plus 600. You've got Nussmeyer from LSU at 850. Just talking SEC, you've got Ty Simpson from Bama at plus 1,800. Lenora Sellers from South Carolina plus 1,600. I will say I do think it's worth giving a little shout out to the Cox. South Carolina's gonna be a fun team to watch. Grayson, don't know how well they're gonna pan out. They are going to be fun, and they're gonna give quite a roller coaster with Lenora Sellers, Nick Harbor, and Dylan Stewart on defense. I'm excited to see South Carolina and what Shane Beamer does, but um, just don't really. They're right on that 7.5, 8.5. I think it was 8.5 for wins total. It's just a little. They've got a tough little schedule, and so I just don't. I don't feel confident. And of course, like you go into the last week, and you need South Carolina to beat Clemson, and Clemson needs to win to get a 1 seed in the college football playoff. Just doesn't spell good betting odds there. But I will be watching them, and I do think they'll be entertaining.
Yeah, no, they'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, all the QBs in the SEC, like Lagway from Florida plus 2,000, Gunnar Stockton 2,500, John Mateer, recent gambling expert. Maybe we'll get him on the pod after recent news with Oklahoma and transferring there. Kids, don't put your Venmo as sports gambling if you think you're going to be playing college football one day. Little PR 101.
Yeah. Well, I thought
But,
you were going with the very beginning.
huh?
I don't even know. Now, you said you were about to bring up something with like SEC, and I thought you were going with Oklahoma and Mater, but you went another route.
Well, that's what I'm going with now.
Well, I know. No, we're good. Sorry.
And then Ryan Williams max plus 3,500.
I don't hate that. What if he just pops off?
I mean, new QB's got to trust someone. I don't know what that tight end running back situation is like in Bama. Could become more of a passing kind of thing, but yeah.
Hell yeah. It'd be an interesting conference for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely one that's going to be down to the last couple weeks. So looking forward to seeing how that pans out. Shall we get to the NFL, Max, with the NFC South? We'll stay in the South. We're only going to talk 4 teams because that's all we can. We've got the Bucks, the Panthers, the Falcons, the Saints. I think everyone is saying the Saints are going to be one of the worst teams in football. So I don't know how much we're going to focus on them. Maybe there's some prop opportunities we'll talk about later. But Max, what do you give me just like some overarching thoughts on the NFC South? And then if you got a pick you feel really strongly about on a future, throw that bad boy out there.
I think this could be an interesting one. Panthers might just have their shit together somewhat to stir the pot up a little. Saints not sold on them at all. Falcons, I don't know with Penix. I mean, they have weapon. I mean, you got Bijan, you got Drake London, you got Pitts. I mean, you got fucking Penix. I just don't understand why they're not great. Their defense is actually fantastic too. I mean, you got Trufant and fucking Simmons and some younger linebackers that I can't remember. But so they look good, but I do love the Bucks. I love Baker. He has looked so good this past this is year 3 now, right? With the Bucks.
Yeah.
Um, it looks like he's at home. He's happy. They still have the same offense. I mean, Bucky Irving looks incredible. So I absolutely love them. I'll just jump right into it. I mean, I love them at minus 110 to win the division. I don't think
Yep.
you'll get better odds than like right now. I think
Yeah.
after week 1, it's going to jump to like minus 140, and then you're fucked. It's just going to keep getting worse. So I like them a lot for sure.
I do too, man. And they also add Emeka Egbuka, who's just another wide receiver who's going to be a baller. And then when Chris Godwin comes back from injury, it'll be like, oh shit. Now they have Evans, Godwin, and Egbuka. Oh yeah, and K. Dotton. Oh yeah, and Bucky Irving. Oh yeah, front left tackle Tristan Wirfs is healthy. Damn.
Garrett Green.
Yep, Garrett
I
Green.
don't know if you see it. You don't have Twitter, so like you don't really see. You probably don't see as much like random training camp videos,
No, I don't.
on Instagram. Garrett Green has actually looked so good at training camp. It's fucking hilarious. He's gonna make the team. He's gonna be a sneaky little slot receiver, and Baker's just gonna keep dishing to him. In preseason game, he had two catches for 22 yards. One was a screen, one was a nice slant. Both were like 11 yards each. So,
Okay.
um,
I
yeah,
did hear that he was there and he was actually playing all right. I think that was McAfee show. I think was talking about it.
probably that would make sense.
Yeah.
No, shouts Garrett Green. And if you want me to just while we're on the Buccaneers,
Yeah. Let's just talk Bucks real quick.
yeah. Okay, so Bucky Irving's rushing yards, 1,000.5 is minus 110.
Okay.
And his over 7.5 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns only, minus 110 as well.
So over 6.5 touchdowns, seven or more.
No, 7.5 is over 7.5. So he needs 8.
Oh, okay. Okay. What was that?
Minus 110.
Oh, okay.
I like both of those a lot.
Yeah.
I think they can. They're gonna work at both. And to that point, I mean, Baker's got 3,800.5 at minus 120 for passing yards. I think that's doable as well. But he's got 29.5 passing touchdowns at minus 105. I don't know if that will hit.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that is a tough one.
Touchdowns.
It just it's one of those where like it can he get over 20. I don't know. He probably can.
He can't. I know. Like he could, but like if I'm at week 18 and they already solidified their playoff spot. Nothing can change at all. He's sitting and he's at 29 or even 28. I'm going to be so upset.
I don't know that they're gonna be in that position though. Like I think
I
they'll
think that they can clinch the division by week 18.
I mean maybe. I still think he probably has more though, because I mean it's what? So you're saying 16 games almost.
17.
What is it? But like if he sits week 18 and
Oh, yeah,
yeah, I mean that's two a game. He's probably gonna throw four and three picks one game.
yeah.
Like, like I feel like
Right.
I'm looking at some projection sites, and the one I would say I trust most is has him at 33, Bucky Irving at 1,100 yards and 8.5 touchdowns rushing. So
They,
I like everything that you're saying.
me
Uh,
too.
yeah, so I like that. And what was the passing TD at?
30, 29.5. Oh,
Or
minus 110.
oh, minus 110. Okay. Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
wait, what? Minus 105. Sorry.
even better.
Yeah.
Uh,
My under is minus 115.
okay. No, I still like that a lot. I think it's
So
one of
Vegas has him at 29.
yeah, I'm pulling up their odds right now for just win total. Honestly, I feel like they're over 9.5 is minus 105. I almost would rather just like not worry about the wins because if they win at like 9-8 because of some bullshit, then I don't have to worry about the total wins and I can just take the division winner, you know?
Exactly. Yeah,
Like if
because
you think the team's gonna win,
minus 100.
yeah, like if you think they're gonna win it, you might as well just do that and not hedge the wins unless you really think they're gonna blow it away. But I'd have to check their schedule. But I like that a lot. Carolina's over 6.5 uh wins is minus 130. And I feel like that's pretty criminal, but they have not been a good football team as of recent.
Yeah.
So I go back and forth
I don't
there.
know. I like them as a sneaky dark horse, dude. What is their wins? Give me their over 6.5 at -130 for wins for Panthers.
Yep, 100%, 100%. Oh, and of course, Max, we have. Sorry, I got a little distracted off the Bucks talk. Um,
Yeah, I think.
but there's one guy we got to talk about. He has 1,000 yards every season of his career. He's plus 125 to do it again. His name's Mike Evans. I I mean, dude, yeah. Because Chris Godwin's gonna be out the first couple games. He's gonna come back. Egbuka's gonna get a lot of carries or catches. Mike
Mhm.
Evans is gonna get the workload in the beginning. He's also not gonna be double covered when you get Godwin back. Just screams Mike Evans 1K passing or 1K. Yeah, 1K passing. 1K receiving at plus 125.
I like that.
Um,
And I'll re-bring up because I got ahead of myself the very first week we recapped, or not recapped, but previewed the NFL. Drake London receiving yards is 1125.5 at -110.
Ooh.
I like that over.
Yeah, I do too. I think he's gonna have a big year. He's gonna be very focused with Penix.
Yep.
Um, and then I don't know if you're able to. Can you give me a number on Mr. Not irrelevant, but based on the pick he was at and where he's been his last couple years has been irrelevant. Mr. Kyle Pitts, are you able to pull up any of his
Yep.
things?
1 second.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to give another little, just fun little sprinkle. If you like Egbuka to have a big year, plus 350 for 1K receiving. Not saying that that's one I love, but I think it's one worth mentioning.
Yeah, no, I like that. What the fuck? Sorry, dude. No, I clicked the wrong thing and then it all fucked me up. All right. Um, Kyle Pitts, dude. Can you just give me one guess on what you think it is?
I feel like it's very, very low. So I'm going to say like 500,
Very close. Yeah, 550.
550 and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
-110
Yeah, I like that.
for the over. Well, and under. It's even.
I don't know if I'm overreacting to Penix's preseason conference he had the other day where he's like, "Yeah, did you guys see we threw it to Kevin or to Kyle Pitts?" And everyone was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna see more of that." It's like, oh,
Right.
is it 550 and a half at 110?
Yep.
Yeah,
Over a quarter. Okay.
I like that. Okay, cool. Sorry. Anything else on a Bucks front? Because it sounds like we're both in agreement that we like the Bucks, and if we're gonna sprinkle anyone, it's gonna be Carolina. We like their win total. Anything
Yeah.
else on Bucks before we move to kind of the oddball that we're not talking about, and that's Atlanta, other than your Drake London pick and your Kyle Pitts.
No, I think that's it.
I like their under Atlanta under 7.5 wins at plus 115. I
Right.
love that. I do think Drake London has a big year. I just don't. They
So,
might be fun to watch with Bijan or Bijan. Um, but that was going to be my only. That was my only. Him and London were my big notes for Atlanta.
I think they kind of struggle a little bit this year, but have some really good games. And then next year it will be like, oh, Atlanta won 10 games. What the hell? Like
Very well could be.
2026, not this year. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I think they need a little more help on the O line, and I think they need more help on defense. I feel like they've got their offense in them like a.
Hey, their front D.
Yeah, their front seven.
Secondary's nasty.
That's true. That's true. Like Grady Jarrett was old as shit.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of old guys. Well, y'all got Grady Jarrett, right?
How
Bears.
weak. I thought we gave them Grady Jarrett.
Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe that was it. But yeah, their defensive line is ass, so hopefully they're able to work on that next year. But hopefully it just helps the offense that we're talking about here. Um, I do like Bijan at plus 115 for 1,250 rushing yards on the season.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah. So I like that. But other than that, I'm not huge on them this year.
Nah,
Uh,
I'm gonna try to stay away from this division pretty much, honestly. I'll
yeah.
do the minus 110 and maybe, well, or maybe. I don't know if I actually will, but like I like to Drake London and then Bucky Irving for sure. Touchdowns.
Well, Max, let me give you something that might tickle your fancy on this division if we are going to stay away from it. And maybe this might be the only bet you put on the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints to have the fewest number of wins at plus 400 in the NFL. It's
Dang,
between
I kind of
Browns.
yeah,
Browns are plus 400. Giants are 600. Jets are 900, which I don't think the Jets are going to be one of those. Titans at 1,200, which I actually do like the Titans being the worst team again at 1,200. But Saints plus 400 feels really nice because they've
yeah,
got the talent. They're kind of in a mode where, who would be really, really sick to go number one if he somehow came out of the draft this year and went to New Orleans like his granddaddy, Mr. Arch Manning.
and I'll
Uh,
tell you that. Um,
he's not.
Arch, well, maybe this was fake, whatever, but like as it was something that was like Arch's prediction was that Archie's prediction was that Arch stays after this year.
He probably will.
And this, I saw a Saints fan like quote the tweet. It was like, "That's okay, brother. We got one more year in us. Like, don't worry about it. We'll be there." Like, I was starting to laugh.
Arch is like, don't go to New Orleans and ruin your career like I did.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it would be very fitting. But maybe they'll get a different QB, or maybe Tyler shows the guy. I doubt it. Um, I think you and I were both very vocal about Tyler's show pre-draft and post-draft. Um, yeah, he's got Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed and Kamara, but that's about it. Not feeling good on that defense, like I probably did a few years ago with the Saints. Maybe like even like 2 or 3 years ago, their defense was really good with Jordan and and company Lattimore, and they kind of just traded everyone. So yeah, that's the only New Orleans Saints bet I have. Carolina, though, we both are a little bit higher on. Is there anything you're eyeing from a futures perspective other than the win total we already talked about?
No, I don't think so. It'd be like if Olave can stay healthy, he's someone to look at. But he just, he's got the concussion shit going on. I don't know.
Yeah. I was eyeing one bet. I don't know. I'm still like kind of mulling how I feel about it, but I'll just ask you for your opinion too. Bryce Young is like plus 150 to throw 3,500 yards this year. And I feel like with Tet, a full year of feeling, you got Jalen
Yeah,
Coker. Yeah, Coker's been a good, what is he, tight
yeah,
end? Yeah, he's been solid. And then Chuba Hubbard also, who's been big in the passing game.
yeah.
I kind of like the way Carolina's building that offense. And so I don't hate Bryce Young at plus 150 to throw 3,500
Mhm.
or more.
That's why they're my dark horse.
Yeah. So I'm gonna write that down. And then the other one, if they have any like, rookie props. I don't hate Ted McMillan. I just don't really have his numbers in front of me. Let me see if I can pull him up real quick. I don't think he's catching like 1,000 yards or anything, so let me see if I can find it real quick. They got to have some kind of rookie watch.
Dude, they have like no one. It's so annoying. They have like four rookies. Colston Loveland was one though.
Colson Loveland. Ooh, okay.
Rookies anything.
Okay. All right. I got one for you then. I just got it. Tet McMillan over 800 and
Ooh,
half a yard. So over 800.5 receiving yards. And that is minus 115, which I really like that. Minus
you,
115. I like plus 110, but
dude, how? I mean, he's got Thielen, Leggett. I don't know.
he's gonna be the guy though, because Thielen's gonna be like he'll be like the number one guy for like a week or two, and then he's gonna quietly hand it off. Um, so I don't hate that. I mean, he's probably only got to get like 65 or so catches for that. He's gonna be a deep threat. Um, I don't know. I kind of like the over 800 and a half. It's not, as we talked about, it's not in my big board in terms of the futures we're going to post. Like if we do, one from every division, this isn't my favorite one, but you know, if you're looking at some Carolina props, I like that. I do like the Bryce Young plus 150, 3,500 more. I want to go to the I want to go to the haunted house more than Club Aqua, but it is what it is.
Club
Uh,
Options deck is sick.
yeah, the deck is. I built that fucking deck. Uh,
That collapsed.
all right, fuck me. Let's see. I'm trying to just look if there's anything else. I really don't have much else on NFC South. It's kind of mostly Buccaneers with some sprinkly dinklies on some other things. But anything else you got on the NFC South?
No, honestly.
I just hope one team can have a winning record and we don't have to be like, why does a losing record team have a home game in the fucking NFL playoffs? It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. All right. Well, shit. Well, that's it for NFL. We've got a little EPL. Max, we're not gonna go. We're gonna like take this week as a kind of
Yeah.
the we're not going to bet. We're not going to give out picks because I think it's a little aggressive to start shelling out picks week one. Just talk to me about Brentford. I'll talk about Villa, and then we'll have ourselves a nice little rest of our week.
Yeah. I mean, shit, dude. I mean, well, obviously, for those that actually, well, not that. I mean, that's mean to say, but like for those who pay attention and follow, we lost Thomas Frank. He went on to Tottenham. He was our manager. Fantastic manager, really held us together. Unfortunate stuff. We brought up an in-house guy, so we'll see how that goes. And we also lost our key striker for the second year in a row. We lost Ivan Toney 2 years prior, and we just lost Brian Mbuemo. He's off to Man U, which is whack and super stupid because they suck. But I think all in all, I think we're gonna be okay. We really still have. I mean, we got Yohan Wizza, we got that man. Um, Defense is still staying staying steady. Fucking Mikael Damsgaard has looked fan fucking tastic. He's a fantastic midfielder. Matthias Jansen's my guy. That's my favorite. And the Cubs just lost. That's great. Um, but it'll be interesting to see kind of. I think we're gonna change the formation up a little. I'm sure, just with how it is. I mean, we still got Sade. We also still have uh Tiago, who really hasn't played at all. He got hurt. Um,
Like
Igor
Thiago from like Bayern and Liverpool.
Igor Tiago.
Okay.
I don't know. We got him from I forgot. But either way, I'll just say we'll be all right, but I'm definitely betting top 10 finish at plus 135. I'll
Ooh,
take it, but that would just keep me in the game.
yeah. No, I like that.
We have everyone but Thomas Frank, and I mean he took a couple other coaches too, but I think we'll be all right. I think this might even bring us together more, you know.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You never know on on a season like that. Everyone kind of bands together. There's so much. Like Liverpool, I was looking at their roster. They've overturned. They got plenty of good guys back there. They don't have TAR anymore, but they've got ton of talent. They got Florian Wirtz. Like Arsenal has Gyökeres. Man City just is nasty. Chelsea just stays young as shit. It's gonna be interesting. I'm with you there. Villa is a weird spot because I don't think they're gonna make Champions League, so they're in Europa, so they're gonna gun for Europa, but their top six finish prop. I know you had Brentford top 10, but the top six for Villa is plus 135, which means that they just miss out on Champions League. Don't wouldn't be surprised, but if they win Europa, then none of that matters. So I could see them slipping at like six and just sitting there and being like, you know what? Well, we won Europa, so we don't really care.
Okay.
So yeah, plus 135 for that. And then Villa's got Newcastle. And to be honest with you, Max, if I'm a Newcastle person or if I'm just not a big Villa fan, it is at Villa Park, but also, and we are nasty, but it's a little bit of a different team. I think that should be kind of an interesting game. I don't know how I feel about Villa this season. So I don't know. Plus 130 is good odds for Villa. I don't hate plus 190 for Newcastle or a draw at plus 255. I could see a 1-1, 2-2 matchup. So I don't feel super confident. The over is 2.5 at minus 170. So I don't have much there. The only prop I would give you guys with like a realistic winning chance um, from a Villa perspective would honestly be, and I don't know if I can find it, to score or give an assist, and that's Morgan Rogers at plus 135. He's been an assist machine. He could potentially score if it's a high yielding game, but don't have a ton of confidence, and we're not going to go crazy on week one. So,
Yeah.
as for futures, not our specialty on the front. We just like our teams, and that's about it. We know who else is good, but other than that, that's all we got. So, anything else from EPL Max, or shall we let the people finally go and let ourselves go and let's have ourselves a good week? I think we've given more than enough picks. It might be the heaviest picks pod that we've given that isn't
Yeah.
a football podcast. Um, so yeah, and wait, Max, we're almost there. We're almost to week 0. So a lot of good stuff. We'll be next weekend will be AFC and last round of golf, some UFC, whatever else we got in there. And then after that, Max, it's just fucking football. It's our favorite time of the year. We get Sean back. We got the three of us doing our picks. Everybody's hitting over 50% this year. College, NFL, we're doing it. So that's when you tune in. That's when you make your money. Thanks everyone for listening. Max, go take a piss. Love you guys.
Love y'all. Thanks, guys.